Today I'm building a small compact crosscut sled out of leftovers that has all the features that you really need. For that I need some plywood, some thinner plywood, an old dirty router sled and a tape measure. As I said, I'm building this crosscut sled out of leftovers, so take what you have flying around. This is apart from a hardware-free shelf that would have ended in a trash, which means it has a lot of these weird joints and connections, which I have to cut off first. I'm cutting out two pieces that will be the crosscut sled's fences. I'm cutting them to the length that the crosscut sled should have at the end, and the width of the maximum height of my table saw blade plus a few centimeters. After that I rounded over one of the fences. This is a cosmetic choice and definitely isn't necessary. I would say that people on YouTube usually tend to over-engineer simple stuff like a crosscut sled. I made one 2 years ago and I still have it in use. They really don't have to be that fancy, especially because it's really easy to make one. In the meantime I realized that my table saw is producing a lot of dust recently and I decided to take a look under it. Tool maintenance is something I like to skip, but it's definitely one of the more important jobs in the workshop, I would say. The lid of the dust extraction was open, which explains the amount of dust flying around. But these job site table saws aren't really good at collecting dust at all, so the dust laying on my workbench isn't a surprise. I've seen people building workbenches with a drawer under their table saw that collects just that dust. To be honest, these cheaper tools with their terrible dust collection are really annoying me. Especially my table saw is blasting a lot of dust in my face, which I'm breathing in. But with woodworking still being a hobby for me, I don't have the financial freedom to buy myself expensive tools or rent a shop with a window. So if you would like to help me live a little bit longer, consider subscribing. You have seen me disassemble the router sled. Obviously you don't need a router sled to build a crosscut sled, but you need sliders, for which I am using this coated board. Building the sliders is actually pretty easy. First you should measure out the T-slot on your table saw, and then set up your fence to slightly above that number. I usually make them this way because it's way easier to make the sliders a little bit thinner in a second pass, than to make them sliders wider, of course. I got it pretty close first try, but I still needed to shave off a tiny bit. That was the moment I realized that there is a second thing you should have in mind when making these sliders. The material you use shouldn't be thicker than your T-slot is deep. I adjusted the fence a bit and grabbed some thinner material. Now it's time for one of the more trickier steps. I raise the sliders a bit with some washers, so that they are sticking out. With CA glue I'm gluing the base on the sliders. Gluing everything together on the table saw is a bit tricky, but this way everything will be perfectly aligned. Now that the sliders are attached in right alignment, I'm reinforcing everything with screws. It's actually quite important to pre-drill the holes, because otherwise the sliders might expand a bit and you would end up with two big sliders again. Now it's time to attach the fences. I'm starting with the front fence. This one's pretty straightforward because it doesn't need to be square. Technically, you can mount it in a 45-degree angle. The second fence is a little bit more complicated, because this one needs to be square. But I have a trick for that as well. I'm cutting into the sled, but not all the way through. I can later use that cut to align the fence. But before that, I'm driving in a screw in one corner. I also clamped a straight piece of wood to it to pull the fence straight, because it was bent a bit. Now I can put my square into the cut and align the fence using the one screw as a pivoting point. This is what will make the crosscut sled actually usable or not, so I would recommend double checking everything before attaching the rest of the fence. And this is the basic crosscut sled done. But there's one thing I was missing with my old one, and actually the reason I made a new one. But first I realized that my sliders do have a little play. All the talk was for nothing, but the play was so small I could fix it with some tape. Now it sits just right, with no play while still sliding smooth. The one thing I was missing was a quick way to measure. I want to install this tape measure, but not on the base plate. I would have to route out a slot for it, which would be very tricky because it's quite thin and making the groove too deep or too wide would collect dust when using it. And too shallow or too narrow would come with its own set of problems. Instead, I'm gluing it on top of the fence. And I'm going to use it with a special stop block. With a little bit of manual labor, I could get the stop block in shape. And you can probably guess how it works already.